Okay, Assalamu alaikum, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we'd like to do a video on multiplying whole numbers and decimals by 10, 100 and 1000. Today's date is the 18th of the 4th, 2013. What I've done in this video, we're using a new camera, HD camera, trying to see if we can get a better picture out of it. We're still having to battle with the blinds at the moment, trying to get the light to be. Still got a bit of lines coming up, but inshallah, hopefully in the further videos we'll try to get something more better, inshallah. Method A. Now, there's two different techniques for multiplying by 10, 100,000. One is a technique where we are multiplying whole numbers, where we are adding 1 0 for timesing by 10, adding 2 zeros for timesing by 100, and adding 3 zeros for timesing by 1000. Now, we add those zeros at the end of the whole number. That's what we do for whole numbers. So it's very easy multiplying whole numbers, as we'll see in some examples that we can do at the moment, in a few moments. So there's this technique for multiplying whole numbers, and then for multiplying decimal numbers. When you multiply a decimal number by 10, the number moves to the left on the place value, which is the same as the decimal point moving to the right. So we're using the equivalent technique today. So we're looking at what happens to the decimal point. Decimal point moves one place to the right for times by 10, two places to the right for times by 100, and three places to the right for times by 1000. So remember, decimal point is moving towards the right as the number itself physically moves towards the left into the higher place values. Okay, right, now let's have a look at this question over here. So we've got three questions set up for you today in this nice, short, quick video. Trying to make this video under 5 minutes. So that's why before I started the video I had everything already written on the board, so we're not taking time while I'm writing this stuff on the board. Without any further ado, let's get started. I'm just going to double check that everything is on the right. Okay, lovely. Right, let's have a look at this first example over here. Let's see if we can teach you how to do timesing by 10, 100 and 1000, inshallah, within 5 minutes. Okay, let's have a go. 5 times by 10. The technique for multiplying whole number by 10 is add a 0. So we add a 0. Copy the rest of the number down. Finished. Question is done. Next one, 5 times by 100. When we time a whole number by 100, we add 2 zeros. So 5 becomes 500. Question done. Okay, next, 5 times by 1000. We got 3 zeros here. We add 3 zeros. Copy the 5 down, and the answer is finished. Any whole number you have to change into times by 10, 100, 1000. It's a simple act of adding 1, 2 or 3 zeros. That question is done. Let's move on to the second example. Okay, now we have 0.46 times by 10. So we have a decimal number multiplying by 10. So the technique for multiplying a decimal number by 10 is move the decimal point one place to the right. So we grab the decimal point, move one place to the right, drop it down, copy the number down. Copy the 0, copy the 4 and the 6. Now that reads note 4.6. We don't need the note anymore. It's an unnecessary 0. So we get rid of it. And our final answer is 4.6 and we're all done. Next question. Same question again, but this time we times it by 100. Decimal number. If you times by 100, we move 1, 2 places to the right. So grab the decimal point. 1, 2, drop the decimal point down. Next step is to copy everything down as it is. 0, 4, 6 point. So if you read this number, it says 046 point. 046 point. And in the number 046 point, the important part is 46. So we haven't changed the number. We got rid of a point that we didn't need anymore. We got rid of the 0, which is unnecessary. So the final answer is 46. The next one, 0.46 times by 1000. When we multiply a whole number by 1000, we move 1, 2, 3 places to the right. Okay, so let's grab the decimal point. 1, 2, 3. Drop it down. Now, if you look over here, let me just rewrite this. Okay. Okay, that was a bit too close. Right. We have a gap here. An empty hump. We put a 0 in there. Whenever you have any humps, you must put zeros in there. So let's copy the rest of the number down. 0, 4, 6. That number now is 460 point. We don't need that anymore. And we don't need that. Unnecessary 0, unnecessary point. And the number hasn't changed. It's still 460. Done. Okay. Here's our next example. We have 503.4 times by 10, 503.4 times by 100, 503.4 times by 1000. Okay, at the end of this video, I'm going to put up in front of the camera the exercise that we need to do, which is here somewhere in the room. I don't know where it's disappeared to. We'll find it for you, and then you'll have an exercise to do as well, some questions to practice. So, decimal point, decimal number, times by 10, move decimal point 1 place to the right, 1 place to the right, times by 100, 2 places to the right, times by 1000, 3 places to the right. It's as simple as that. Copy the decimal point down. Any empty humps, put the zeros in. Okay, so now we copy the numbers down. 5, 0, 3, 4. Okay, this one's going to be 5, 0, 3, 4, the extra 0, and then the point. This number is going to be 5, 0, 3, 4 with 2 zeros, 2 empty columns. So let's now look at the numbers that we have and how we interpret them. So we're coming up to 8 minutes. Wow. 5,034, we don't need that anymore. The decimal point at the end of whole number, we don't need it. That reads 50,340. Don't need that anymore. Done. And the next number, we have 50,003. We have 503,400. Don't need that anymore. And we're done. Okay, folks. Thank you for joining us on this video lesson. Let's see if we can find the original exercise sheet. Here we go. Right. Okay, right, we are going to see if we can. Right, this is the questions you need to do for the exercise. I'll move them slowly in front of the camera. I'll actually put them over here. Okay. Right. Okay, I hope you can see those questions clearly. Exercise A, B, C, D, and E, multiplying by 10, 100,000. You can pause this on your video and copy down the questions or do a print screen. So then you'll have a copy of the questions. Or in a bit more close-up view. Okay, I'll move the sheet up. These are the questions. Okay, folks, that's the end of that. Please join us back for another video. So, okay. Okay, folks. Okay. See you in the next video, inshallah.